How do you get involved with camper life taking seasonal jobs? I've gotten this question a lot. Let's talk about it. If you haven't been following our journey, my name is Jen. My family of 3 plus 2 dogs sold our house, moved into a camper, and we've been taking seasonal campground jobs around the country. First, you have to decide if you actually want to live in a camper or RV or not. Some of these seasonal work camping jobs have like housing that they offer, so you have to decide if you want to live in your own rig or if you want to just find jobs that offer housing. You also have to consider if you do want to get your own rig, if you want an RV or a camper. An RV is one that you drive, a camper is one that you pull with a truck, and there are pros and cons to both. Next, you have to decide if you're financially in a position where you're able to do this. Since these jobs come with like your living expenses, the hourly pay is often really low, but you also have a lot of your major expenses covered, so you just have to do the math and see if it'll work for you. Next, if you are choosing your own rig, you have to do a lot of research to figure out what rig works best for you. For example, we're traveling with our 3-year-old and he has not slept well since the day that he was born. So it was really important to us to have like a whole bunk house with a door. So whenever we laid him down to sleep, we had a door to shut so my husband and I could continue on with the rest of our evening. So think about whatever your specific family needs are and make sure you put those needs into your camper, and those specific needs are way more important than like whether or not the camper's brand new or not. Next, please take this lesson from us. Get you a truck that's gonna work right the first time. If you choose a camper to pull and your truck does not work, you get to look at your home being on the side of the interstate and potentially have to sleep on the side of said interstate because you don't have a way to move your house. So if I had to pick between a nicer truck or a nicer camper, I would pick the nicer truck because you can sleep in a camper that doesn't look very nice, but you can't pull your camper with a truck that doesn't work. Once you get all that taken care of, you can start looking for jobs. Believe it or not, the 3 jobs that we've had so far, we have found them all on Facebook groups. There are a million different kinds of Facebook groups. They're literally called work campers, but like with a space between the 2 words. You literally just have to look work campers, and like that word is used so many different times in so many Facebook groups, and that's how you can find your jobs. There are listings on there all the time. There are people with resumes on there all the time, and the networking that happens in those groups is crazy, and this is a very small but large community. The cool part about this is because they're seasonal jobs, you don't necessarily have to have experience in what you're applying for as long as you show that you're willing to learn. Different jobs also offer different benefits. Look carefully because a lot of retired people are in this community, so there's a lot of spots that'll just offer you like you work 15 hours a week, you live here for free kind of thing with no money exchanged unless you work more than that. So just make sure you're reading very carefully what they're offering. Also be aware, the amount of summer jobs are so many. There's a ton all over the country, literally all 50 states. Winter, however, is really different because there are not a lot of American campgrounds that are open year round. In the winter, you see a ton in Florida, a ton in Texas, and a ton in Arizona, with like some scattered in the other southern states. But the winter jobs are very competitive because there's so many people trying to apply for those, where the summer jobs, you should be able to get one no problem. Just keep that in mind when you're looking at your finances too. There's your crash course on how to get started in camper life. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and be sure to follow for more.